been shown wanted on PNC for the offence. Turn around.
What?
Offence of murder. Okay, you don't have to say anything. No offence or mention when questioned, something like that. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
What do you think? Murder.
So guys, in this next news story, these are the faces of the murderers who have been jailed for life after Sadiq Al-Lami was stabbed 11 times at a set of traffic lights. Sultan Bakr, who's 23, Sikander Babar, who's 25, and his brother Abdul Babar, who's 19, were all handed life sentences after being convicted of murdering the 30-year-old. Sadiq was brutally attacked following a road rage incident and a high-speed pursuit on Kingsway in East Didsbury. It is unclear which one of the trio stabbed Sadiq, but all three were present. Sadiq was driving a grey Mercedes whilst his killers were in a black Merc. A judge said it had been likely that at one point both cars had been racing. They both stopped at a set of traffic lights. Sadiq was the first to get out and was holding a drain rod, but he was left outnumbered 3-1 when they all got out. One of his killers had a knife and he was stabbed 11 times. They left him to die in the road before trying to cover their tracks and evade capture. Sadiq's family said it was a shock to learn that they knew two of his killers and that the pair had previously been in the family home. In the aftermath of the killing, on January the 23rd last year, police said Abdul Babar messaged his hairdresser to book in for a haircut while Sultan Bakr spent the day ordering fast food deliveries. Hours later, Abdul Babar was searching the MEN website to check for news of the killing before he began searching online for a solicitor. He and his brother were eventually caught in Essex after being seen getting out of the back of a van. The pair were seemingly planning to travel to Pakistan. That night, Sultan Bakr boarded a coach to London where he was arrested. The trio were all handed life sentences at Manchester's Crown Court today. Sultan Bakr of Gorton will have to serve at least 20 years before being considered for release. Sikander Babar will also have to serve 20 years, whilst Abdul Babar will have to serve 19 years. Sadiq Al-Lami, Sadiq's younger brother, said in a statement, "All our lives changed the day Sadiq died. That day will stay with us for the rest of our lives. The knock on the door that my dad had in the early hours, luckily, he had a friend to go with him to the hospital. When there was a family gathering, whether for happy or sad times, Sadiq was always there. Now he is gone. There is a part of our family missing. Sadiq was the life and soul of the party." Things moved quickly and we started to find out the names of the people who killed my brother, and it was a shock when we realised that we knew most of them and had helped them or their families, and two had even been in our house, Abdul and Sultan. We have been kind to them and now they have stabbed my brother to death for no reason. He said it's been an emotional roller coaster. We can never bring Sadiq back for our mum or dad, but we will do what we can to help and support them through these difficult times, as their hearts will be broken forever. Judge Maurice Green said that on the night he was killed, Sadiq had been due to meet his best friend to discuss a trip to Europe for his birthday. The judge added that birthday he would never see. After the hearing, Detective Inspector Alex Wilkinson from the Greater Manchester Police's Major Incident Team said, "My thoughts and those of the investigations team remain with Sadiq's family, and I hope these convictions will give at least some small measure of comfort to his family whilst they continue to deal with the immeasurable pain and heartbreak they have gone through." Sadiq was described by his family as a son, brother, uncle, a husband and a friend for many. Each and every single person knew him. They were all impacted in their own way. His memories will live with us and he will be forever cherished. Said Sadiq lost his life in such a cold and senseless attack, and these men had a choice that night, and for reasons only known to them, they chose to resort to violence. They have shown no remorse for their actions, and from the very start they have tried to destroy evidence, distance themselves from the attack, even turning against each other in court to try and shift the blame. So the murder trial heard that the two cars came into contact at Kingsway at around 1:30 in the morning. Mr. Al-Lami had left his home at 1:21 and arrived at the traffic lights at 1:35. In the moments before their meeting, the Mercedes containing the killers was driven by a man named No Rays, who was later acquitted of murder and manslaughter, having been seen driving at high speed and went through a red light. A witness claimed it did speeds of around 90 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. When the cars joined each other, the witnesses reported seeing men in both vehicles get out before a fight broke out. Sadiq was holding a drain rod, and prosecutors said there was a protracted incident of road rage. The witness said he saw one man holding Sadiq by the neck whilst another stabbed him. He said the man had Sadiq in a bear hug as he tried to run away. Sadiq shouted, "Help me." A pathologist later said he'd been stabbed 11 times to the chest and legs. By around 2 o'clock in the morning, the Mercedes had been abandoned in Wythenshawe. As the Mercedes had left the scene, a package dropped from the car which contained Mr. Kamal's name and address. He was arrested at his home hours later, just after 6 o'clock. Sikander Babar and Abdul Babar were arrested on January the 29th after being found by police in the back of a lorry in Essex. The day before, Sultan Bakr was arrested at his sister's house in London. After the hearing, Karen Tong, the specialist prosecutor for the CPS Northwest Complex Casework Unit, said this was a brutal and vicious group attack. All three men attempted to blame each other for the murder, and although each played a significant different role, all three men shared the common purpose to cause at least serious harm to Sadiq Al-Lami. When you intend to cause very serious harm to someone and they die, the law is clear, that is murder. This was clear from their actions before, during and after the murder. All three tried to evade justice. Bakr was traced to an address in London. Brothers Abdul and Sikander Babar was arrested at Clacton-on-Sea railway station, thought to be trying to leave the country. Nothing can bring Sadiq Al-Lami back. I can only hope that Sadiq's family can feel some sense of justice following today's sentencing. My thoughts remain with them. They have displayed tremendous courage, dignity throughout the process. I just want to say rest in peace to the victim. My condolences go out to you.
Fine, mate. You've been shown wanted on PNC for the offence. Turn around.
What?
Offence of murder. Okay, you don't have to say anything. No offence will mention when questioned, summary article. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Okay, excessive arrest, prompts and effects investigation by the use of interview. Preventing your disappearance, okay, and protect a vulnerable person. Well, not protect a vulnerable person, defence. This is to get you to custody, basically. Okay, you're under for a statement what you've been arrested for. Time, mate. Okay, so the circumstances being, mate, is that on the 23rd of the 1st, you've been involved in an altercation. There's a set of traffic lights at Kingsway and Parswood Lane, okay, where you've stabbed someone, which has proved fatal. Okay? Do you understand the offence you've been arrested for? You understand the caution, yes? Okay. Quebec X-ray 8.
Murder.
And guys, in this next news story, and it's coming from Wales, a man from Merthyr Tydfil caught with 40 street deals of coke in his underpants has been jailed. Officers were looking for 20-year-old Johnny Morgan when they spotted him driving a red Volvo on Avenue de Clichy in Merthyr Tydfil on the morning of October 22nd. They pulled him over and messages on his phone he was carrying confirmed that he was on his way to make a deal. As officers were speaking to him, he was fiddling with his bum. When they asked him if he was carrying any drugs, he pulled down his pants and 40 wraps of coke came out. Further analysis of his 3 mobile phone seized from Morgan revealed he was regularly sending messages to 413 contacts offering crack and flake and instructing others to make crack from coke. Messages from his phones also revealed that he was demanding bank cards and PIN numbers from customers to guarantee himself payment. He was charged with being concerned in the supplier Class A, and he pleaded guilty to all 3 offences where he was jailed for 36 months. Detective Sergeant Gareth Jenkins said Johnny Morgan was a significant player in the supply of coke to people in the area. He was instructing people to make crack and also taking people's bank cards, no doubt taking advantage of people made vulnerable through drug addiction and drug debt. He's a young man who we believe has been dealing drugs for some time. Whilst the appeal of quick riches are too tempting for some, it's only a matter of time before their choices come back to haunt them. At 20 years old, Johnny Morgan will spend a considerable amount of time behind bars, which is where he belongs. So guys, there's a number of stories coming out from the streets of the UK. Once again, if you already haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, please give this video a little like, and please leave a comment as well and I'll respond back. Once again, big respect going out to each and every one of you. It's your boy GT. Keep it locked, keep it real.